What is up, guys? It's Kekoa. We officially have arrived here in Toronto. You can kind of see some of the apartment. We're still moving in, so we got a little desk feature over here. The bedroom is wrapping up. We don't have a couch or anything yet, so it's been kind of a hassle in the mornings. We kind of just have breakfast like on the carpet. We do have a table coming in from IKEA though pretty shortly, so I am excited. But I hope you guys are having a freaking amazing day. Today we're going to be going over my top 10 money lessons from actually selling over $5.3 million online by the age of 24. So I hope you guys do enjoy this first lesson. You are what you speak over yourself. Words matter. I remember growing up as a kid, and this was either friends or family or just people in my environment, and people would always say, oh, that's too expensive. Oh, we can't afford that. Oh, this is too much money. Oh, we don't have the funds for this now. And while that may be true in the current present state, if you continue to speak these things over yourself, then when you're trying to either make more money or change your relationships, maybe make different friends, well, if those new environments, those new friends don't align with what you've told yourself in the past, these past traumas that you've gone through, it's going to be very difficult to accept a new reality. So the words you speak over yourself, they honestly become true. I remember with our business for the first probably 12 months that when we initially launched, I told one of my business partners that I would be okay losing a certain amount every single month. And what happened? Well, a lot of the months we actually ended up losing money because we're hiring too many people. We were hiring staff that wasn't needed. And I almost spoke these things into existence. And it wasn't until I actually kind of unveiled the curtains here a little bit and understood why are these things happening in my environment? And it was because of the words that I spoke over myself. So now inside my morning rituals, now inside everything that I'm speaking out into the world, I realize that I have to speak positively because that is ultimately going to impact my decision making, and that ultimately is going to impact my reality. So focus on your words. That's money lesson number one. And I will see you guys on our walk outside the apartment. We're going on a little spa day today. We're going to a place called Alter. It's about 1:45 in the afternoon, but because I don't have a set schedule, we can kind of do whatever we want. So I'll see you guys on the walk. We're going to take the subway and we'll catch you there. So the second rule of money that I learned was that money is not a zero-sum game. I was reading this book called Winners Take All. It was an interesting philosophical take on the fact that the wealthiest people will, at the end of the day, obtain all the money from everyone else. And there was an interesting stat, I think it was like all the billionaires hold about half of the world's wealth, while the other 7 billion people hold just kind of the rest. And I think a lot of people get it twisted that money is a zero-sum game. There's winners and there's losers. But after chatting with Maria, she had some good takes on this, even kind of doing my own thinking on this, I've realized that money can create value for every single person that is a part of that transaction. Let's say that you spend $5 at a McDonald's. You eat a hamburger, cool. What happens next? Well, then that $5 is allocated maybe to one of the employees at that McDonald's. That employee then takes it home. They're able to provide for their family. Their family now needs to buy furniture for the house. So they allocate that $5 towards furniture. Then the furniture store owner is allocating that $5 towards their family. And in this whole scenario, in all these 3-4 different scenarios, every single person is getting value. So if you're making money online, if you're scaling your income to multiple 6 figures per year, and maybe you're trying to make $10,000 a month, well, you don't have to feel bad about doing so. I think a lot of people simply can't make money. And this was even myself for a long time, is that it was difficult for me to make money because I felt if I was making money, then that was negatively affecting someone else. But if you can change your mindset around that and realize that, hey, you making money is the result of you helping someone else, I think that can shift your perspective in a very good light. So that's money rule number 2. And we'll catch you guys on the flip side. I'm still super grateful that I never have to go into an office again. It's like two in the afternoon. Just walking out here. It's good stuff. Ever since we've been in either New York or Toronto or even Chicago, we've actually enjoyed taking the subway more. I think at any time like after 2 or 3, there's so much traffic here in Toronto anyways, that it's so much more efficient to go on the subway. And we're embracing it. So that's what we're doing. I'll jump into money rule number 3 here shortly. So money lesson number 3 is that when you buy a product, you're not just buying a product, you're buying the association with that product. Think of Nike. When Michael Jordan signed with Nike and everyone was wearing Nike shoes, why did they buy that product? Well, most likely they bought it because of Michael Jordan. They were buying it because of the association to that brand. And if you're able to understand that, if people are buying association with you, they're buying status, they're buying whatever it may be, that feeling, that emotion, and you're able to tap into that, you're gonna be way more successful with sales, you're gonna make a lot more money, and you're gonna provide a lot more value in the marketplace because you understand this. So that's money rule number 3. We're almost at the spa now. The subway was like really crowded today. Most of the time when we go around like noon or 1, so it's a lot less busy, but I wanted to get some film there, but I think the sidewalk will do. We're enjoying a beautiful Toronto before it starts getting cold. And anyways, I'll catch you guys on the next money rule. Money rule number 4 is that to truly become wealthy, you must get paid for your value and not your time. If you're always trading your hours, maybe it's in a normal 9-to-5 job, maybe it's doing something where you're getting paid an hourly wage, it's going to be very difficult to build wealth. Even lawyers and doctors, right? People that are making $100, $200, $500 an hour, there's only so much time in your day. So the moment you get tired or the moment you meet your capacity, it's gonna be very difficult to scale your income even more. And that's why I love something like remote triaging, something like sales, because you have an uncapped earning potential. It doesn't matter how long you're working. If you're able to make one sale and it takes you 30 minutes compared to 10 hours, you're paid the same, because ultimately you're getting paid for your value and not your time. Now, there's only 2 things in this world that you're able to have uncapped earning potential, and that's either starting a business or learning sales. And that's why we launched the Modern SDR just about 2 years ago, because I realized that there was such a downfall of our society, of all these people working jobs that they didn't care for, not making good money. They weren't able to spend time with their family, their loved ones. And what I realized was that they needed a way out. And that's ultimately why we formed the Modern SDR, so that students could learn this skill of remote triaging and sales, work remotely, they choose their own hours, and that's what an amazing life comes down to. Just being able to spend time with your loved ones, getting paid, working remotely, and that is money rule number 4. So we're gonna be heading on over to a coffee shop, maybe the library here, kind of just exploring a little bit more with Maria today. The spa was amazing, very relaxing, really love what we were able to do there. But I look forward to seeing you guys in the next money rule, and we will talk very soon. Okay, so we just found this really sketchy alleyway. As you can see, look at all the graffiti. We saw 2 girls we thought were dealing drugs out here. They were like smoking something as we came out. But Maria found this hole-in-the-wall sushi place, Oroshi Fish Co. To walk in, there's also a barbecue house too, but you walk in, you can get sushi to go. They only have to go, there's nothing else there. There was some like cut fish up in there. People are going by. It's a crazy, crazy town. But money rule number 5, money loves speed. All the wealthiest people that I know, they act with extreme speed. If they see something that is able to get them a tangible return on their investment, they are not hesitating, they're taking action, and they're taking what they believe is going to help them advance in this life. The difference between the wealthy and someone that may not necessarily have as much is simply the fact that they don't have the mindset, they don't have the skills, and most likely they don't act with speed. They let indecision overcome them, and because of that, it's very difficult to ever get ahead. So that's money rule number 5. We're gonna go eat our sushi. We got this like yuzu, some like sparkling lemonade. So I'm excited for that. But I'll see you guys for money rule number 6. I'm gonna prop this. Cool. So we found a place to sit here on this bench in downtown Toronto. We're on College Street. This is a great street. And money rule number 6. Leverage is the only thing that builds real wealth. The best way to create wealth is to find new ways to add leverage in your life. And generally, leverage only stems from one single thing: having more output from the same amount of time. If you're able to start making more money from the same amount of time, then essentially you have leverage over your income. If you're able to detach your working hours from the actual money that you make, you're able to generate more leverage in your life. Now let's think about this at an even deeper level. If you're able to pay someone, let's say you make $25 an hour, you're then able to pay a mentor, you're able to learn the skill of sales, you're able to launch a business, do something like that, and you're able to start making $100 per hour. There, you already have 4 times more leverage than your previous self making $25. Now, anything in your life that doesn't make you $100, this is what you want to start outsourcing. Think of laundry, think of cooking. Maria and I started cooking because it is a little bit healthier right here at home. But if you can take more sales calls instead of cooking or cleaning or doing your laundry, taking your car to get serviced, whatever it may be, all of these other activities that aren't making you more money, then you're able to start earning more. You're able to employ other people's skills, and in turn, you start having more leverage. So that's rule number 6. We're gonna start eating this sushi that you can see there. And I will see you guys for money rule number 7. All right, so we just wrapped up Gonzo. Amazing food. We're doing like a whole food tour here today. So we got sushi, it was like a little churrasco, but it was Japanese style. And then we're headed over, where are we headed? We're headed to a pizza place. We're headed to a pizza place now. So I'm excited for that. And we'll be ripping that now. So what is money rule number 7? Well, money rule number 7 is understanding the power of compound interest. And we all understand the power of compound interest when it comes to, let's say you have real estate, or let's say you have stocks, you have investments. We all understand the power of compound interest when it comes to that. But when I think about compound interest, I think about what skills can I stack? Can I learn how to sell? Can I learn how to increase my income from $10 an hour to $100 an hour? Can I learn how to increase my income from $100 an hour to $200 an hour? If you're going in the stock market, you put 10,000 in, you get a 7% return. Well, that's great. Annually, you get $700. But if you're working a job now and you make $10 an hour, let's say, for example, you're able to get that to $50 an hour or $100 an hour. Well, essentially you're 10xing your income, which is a 1,000% return, rather than just a 7% in the stock market. So when I think about investing, I think about investing in my skills. How can I increase my active income? So by the time I end up putting money into more passive sources, I'm able to make a hell of a lot more, a hell of a lot faster. So that's money rule number 7. We're on this busy street, walking, and we'll be running on money rule number 8 here shortly after we get pizza. So Maria got ice cream at the pizza place. I got a little coffee. Can you show the pizza place? It's a cool pizzeria, Badiali. It's my new favorite pizza restaurant out here in Toronto. But for money rule 8, what are we looking at? Oh, beautiful sunset here. Look at that. But for money rule number 8, it really comes down to tracking your finances down to the smallest details. Every dollar that you make is a tool. It's almost a soldier in your tool belt, in your army, that can work for you. And your dollars are either working for you or against you. For us, our little soldiers, our money soldiers today, worked for the pizza. It worked for the coffee. It worked for the ice cream. But the majority of my money soldiers, they either work for the business, they work for other investments. In the past, it's worked for stocks, for retirement funds. But even now, I invest either back into skill sets or into the business that I'm currently working on. So in your life, take a look and see what are those things that you want to work towards. Is it that new house that you want to save up for? Is it the new furniture in the house? We're actually buying some furniture out here in Toronto now, and that's been a big step for us, never having a home really before. But understanding where you want your money to be allocated towards and setting an actual budget for it, it's going to be huge, and it's going to help you fast track your way to getting what you really want. So I'm going to go wrap up my coffee. It is what time is it? 7:48 today on August 29th. But I'm still pounding coffee because we got a lot more to go. I think Maria's getting some new shoes today, and then we're finalizing a few more things just to make sure the apartment is finally set up. We got our bed in. I'm really excited that we got our bed, and after that, we're set. So we'll run some B-roll again. We'll see you guys probably at the mall here soon, and we'll get in the last 2 money rules. If you guys have watched this far, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share with a friend. And of course, if you're interested in learning more about what it looks like to work with myself, as well as our team inside the Modern SDR, to start building a new side hustle online, to start making more money, to start learning sales, and to ultimately get paid for your value and not your time, there's also a link in the description down below as well. That's going to actually show you exactly what it looks like to work with us as a private student. So cue the B-roll, and I'll see you guys soon. So we're in the mall. Maria's looking for some shoes. We're looking at either the Sambas for her or the Hokas. And I've been thinking more about what my money rule number 9 actually should be. And after investing hundreds of thousands of dollars into coaches, masterminds, mentors, I've realized that this world is pay to play. If you want to get ahead, if you want to streamline your success, if you want to truly build wealth for yourself, for your family, for your future generations, then you can't be afraid to pay to play. To get around a better network, to get around different groups of people, to get around people that will teach you new things that will help you make more money, you have to be willing to pay. And once I realized this, my growth skyrocketed. So I hope you take that into account. Understand that to start building riches for yourself, for your family, you must be around a different group, and the fastest way to do that is to pay. So that's rule number 9. We're gonna go find some shoes, and I look forward to catching you guys for the final rule here shortly. So we just got back to the apartment out here, and I was actually really excited. Before I share money rule number 10, I had an incredible interview with one of our students, Frederick, here this morning. If you can zoom in on that. But I was really excited. I mean, we just posted this over on Twitter. This was Frederick here. They actually made over $750 just yesterday. It was crazy because we scheduled the interview for this morning at 10 a.m. on Thursday. Literally Wednesday, day before, he closed 2 deals using the skill sets of remote triaging and online sales. And it's kind of funny because everything just ties back together, where he's getting paid for his value, not his time. Before, he was actually studying. His 2 parents were teachers. They wanted him to go the normal 9-to-5 route, where there's nothing wrong with that. But in 1 week's worth of work, he'd make about $700. And in just a day, from taking 2 phone calls, which is like 2 hours of time, he was able to bring home that same amount, if not even more. So it's really cool to hear stories like that. But all that aside, this takes us to rule number 10. Two fives, 10. And if you guys have watched until the end of this video, I'm really happy that you're still here. But rule number 10 is that your personal life dictates your business and financial life. Even really over this past month, I felt so out of it. I know Maria's felt out of it. We've been traveling for really like the past 4 weeks. We've been going back and forth in Brazil. We've been out in Toronto, but then we've been staying in Airbnbs because like the bed wasn't delivered. We weren't really taking care of our health. There was a lot of problems, and it was just stressful with the move. This is the first time we both have ever lived anywhere like officially outside of Brazil or Texas or anything like that. We've really just been traveling or seeing family and whatnot. But I feel like, especially in these past 4 weeks, that our personal lives have been so up in the air. And with that, I've noticed my focus on work, my focus on making money, hiring people, like it's all been skewed, and it's been really difficult to kind of lock back in. So today was kind of our reset day. We both felt a lot better. It was awesome. We have our table coming in tomorrow. You can show them the room and everything, but it's so empty. You can see where the couch is supposed to go. The mic shit is like everywhere, and we're supposed to get like a table in there too. But it's turning out to be really cozy. And I feel like as this has come together, my stress levels have gone down, and that's also positively impacted the business and will positively impact that. So that's what rule number 10, sort out your personal shit and the business and financial shit will follow. That's rule number 10, but I hope you guys got a ton of value. Once again, if you do want results like Frederick, if you do want results like our students, if you want to learn remote triaging, if you want to learn the sales, then tap the link. There's going to be one in the description. You can book a call, and I hope to see you inside the program one day. Regardless though, if you did get value from this video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend, and we'll catch you in the next one.